Okay, don't skip. Don't skip. This is for parents. This is for teenagers. I'm going to be real. Okay, so I've just finished 6 years of university psychology, counseling, and I've just also finished 2 years of placement in school. So I've done primary school, and today's my last day for secondary school. And I would like to share my experience. And I'm not coming from a academic viewpoint. I'm coming from a personal viewpoint. And the first thing is the feedback from the children, my experience with the children, especially around the teenagers. They need a safe space. When they're in such a safe space, they are able to open up and explore a lot of things that's happening with them through life. Things that normally they will take to their bedrooms and lock themselves away, and it caused depression, it caused self-harm. So they are able to explore all these pin-up feelings, to explore and talk about things like what's happening for them as teenagers, what their changes that's happening, stuff to do around self-harming, and we have saved some lives. Now, the one thing they appreciate is to be open and to be real, to be themselves, right, without any judgment. And that was the most important thing for them, to be able to say that, yes, I have been around gangs. Yes, I have taken part in this. Yes, I've done something silly, and I'd like to know why I've done this. Just to even say that I've been hurt by someone, and we can intervene, or I'm being abused. Now I'm coming from a parent point of view. Parents, please do not be afraid to open up to your children. Don't be afraid to let them access counseling if needed. Now I understand. Yes, we have this old-fashioned way of, we don't tell people about business, don't go out there, because there's a mistrust, right? We don't trust the system. The system has been bad to us. It has let us down. So we don't trust the system. But we're trying to change that, right? We need to be in it to change it. So sometimes it is difficult. And I understand. Sometimes we have issues with our children. Sometimes, we have been taught a certain way, to treat our kids, to deal with this kind of behavior. Sometimes the old ways don't work all the time, right? And sometimes some of the old ways can be very, heavy-handed, and we have to be very careful, because what we don't want to do is to abuse our kids. We want our kids to respect us, not be afraid of us, okay? And trust me, as I get older, it will come back to bite you in the backside. But also, we as parents can also learn. And one of the main objectives is that for parents to open up and say, you know what, I need help too. There's no manual given to me on how to raise a child, right? Trial and error. But maybe we can help you access these kind of services to how to better understand the child. Trust me, my child, I had a son who's neurodiverse, and I struggled. It was hell, right? Hence why I'm doing this now, right? He has inspired me to actually become a therapist, to become a integrated therapist. And we as parents can always continue to grow as well, to become better parents. Now, the reason, again, I'm in it, and I'm hoping that more Black people, and even people from your own minorities, whether it be Chinese, whatever, that they will, Indian, brown, whatever, will come and actually try to become, especially male therapists as well, because I'm telling you, in this profession, it's very rare for me to come across a Black therapist. And a Black male therapist, oof, that is a unicorn, right? And a lot of black males I've met who said, "Oh yeah, I tried it and I left it because either my family or my friends asked me why am I doing this crap for? Because this is not meant for black people." But yet our black children need the service. Now I rather, and this is feedback from a black client I had, young teenager boy, young teenager. He was happy that to come inside his therapy room and to see a black male, so he can open up about his identity, about even when I mention things about my involvement growing up around the gang life, around violence. You know, he connected easy and was able to open and speak about grooming and life in London, being around gangs, his fear of walking the streets. We need to be there also for our own people. And that's just a fact. Because if we're not going to be there for them, who's going to be there for them, right? And yes, therapy or psychology or you want to call it psychotherapy or psychodynamics, whatever it was, it was very Eurocentric. It was basically founded around society that was the middle class, right, and white. But now it's changing. The services are there for everyone. So we need to also evolve the service, evolve psychotherapy, evolve it so that it meets everyone, right? So that it can be adapted and used for everyone. And that's my aim in this game, to use all these tools and try and adapt it so that it can be used to help our own people, especially those who are poor, poverty as well, right? Because trust me, I to afford therapy is expensive, and then to try to find a black therapist is very tough. It's very hard. Now I'm coming from a therapist point of view now. Be real. Trust me, those kids will know you're not being real. Be real. Be yourself. Be real. Okay? And don't judge. Don't judge your parents either. Don't say, "Oh yeah, this behavior is to do with their religion or culture in general." Sometimes, it might not have to do with culture. It might have to do with maybe family culture. It might have to do with intergenerational trauma. But we do not judge people's religion. Do not generalize. Okay? Do not stereotype people's religion and say that, "Oh yeah, his dad is beating him because he's a Hindu or Muslim or whatever." Okay? Don't do that. We look at every one case by their own experience. Okay? We look at the situation. We look at the individual situation. We don't generalize. That's the most important thing. All right? Because the last thing you want to be teaching probably a young Muslim girl is that, "Oh yeah, the reason why your dad slapped you is because he's a Muslim." Right? Come on. So that's been my time here. I absolutely loved it. I love the feedback that I got from the staff, that the more black or people of color who has come into the profession and spent time in the schools has made the most positive changes in the school among the teenage students. Yes? I'll tell you one thing too. I'm a straight black man, but I've helped so many teenagers who are in the LGBT community because I don't judge. Okay? I do not put my beliefs onto their own beliefs. All right? I do not put that onto them. I will tell them the truth of, yep, this is my belief, right? But that is who I am. If I eat meat, and you are a vegan, I'm not going to judge you for your vegan. That's my choice. My choice is to eat meat. Your choice is to be a vegan. And we respect each other for it. Okay? So, that's me. I'm done. I'm going to continue this journey. And I'm just hoping that we can change the trajectory of where the youth are going today. Because right now, even the family homes are falling apart. The youth today are falling apart. And we need some kind of intervention. The mental health service is falling apart. And we need to make sure that the system fits everyone. We don't get people to fit into the system, but we get a system to actually adapt to people's situation. So from racism to poverty to all that kind of stuff. All right. We need to look at each person individually, look at the situation individually, and try and help them and not judge them. Yeah, so my journey continues. I don't know what I'm going to be next. What I'm going to be doing next. I might be doing my second master's with the NHS, hopefully. But we will see. Until then, be kind to yourself and be kind to others.